approached by a clueless hand. Misunderstood, misquoted, and left in the dark.
Thank you so much for tuning into Horrible People Podcast. I'm Jenn McDonald, and the horrible person that we have on again today is Nicole Vachal. If you guys didn't listen to part 1, you can go back and do that. I believe it was episode 8 or 9. We're having a little bit of technical difficulty with the crazy weather here in Ontario, but awesome.
Who's over the weather?
Everything's going to be fine.
It's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine. Everything's fine. Isn't that
this.
a Friends? Isn't that a Friends quote? I'm fine.
I've never seen Friends.
Oh, girl.
That is something I say multiple times to try and tell myself that I'm fine, trick myself into thinking I'm fine.
It's funny. I actually don't watch Friends either, but Caitlin is a huge Friends person, and she has a mug that says, "It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine." And I'm like, it's fine. But the weather in Ontario right now, if you're not living it, literally, so it was funny.
It's wild.
After we recorded our podcast last night, and this is God's work, I'm not even lying to you. We recorded our podcast, we made snacks, I uploaded everything, all the power went out.
My God.
After I had done all my work, the power went out. And I was like, tell me that's not the way it was meant to be.
Yeah, I was going to say, thank God it's saved.
And
because for people that don't know, we were good. Okay, thank God.
We literally recorded for my podcast. We recorded last night for today's episode, and everything recorded went fine. It uploaded fine. It edited fine, and it was uploading into the system. It all did, and then the power went out. And I was like,
it was nuts.
Well, that was meant to be.
Yeah, that's lucky.
Oh, tell me about it. It was insane. I was like, and then looking at the storm, that was a whole other thing. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah,
I digress. My name's Nicole. I'm here for part 2. If you don't know me, I've been on it multiple times. I'm best good friends with Miss Jenn McDonald. We've been on each other's podcast multiple times. We fished together. Finally, one time I met her in person, and she was 2 feet shorter than I expected to be. Anyway, that's me. Hi. No, apparently the storm is still killing it. Oh, there you are.
Good. Okay, I was going to say it broke up a little bit for me, but yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, I don't know if you said that, the audio cut out a little bit, but I was on your podcast last night. For people that haven't seen it, Canadian Women of the Outdoors, go check it out. We did a turkey talk, or talking turkey. What was Talk Turkey to Me? That's what it was.
Talk turkey to me. Talk turkey to me. I gotta talk turkey to me. Be all sexy, but
exactly.
Not. True blood sexy, but not. I can't do it.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah. It's all good.
Talk turkey.
People definitely have to go listen to that one.
If anybody is has anybody ever watched True Blood? All your listeners, if anybody's ever watched True Blood, instead of sucky, say turkey.
That's how to get them in.
Yeah, talk turkey. Just say turkey. Come to me. Anyway, I digress. Sorry, Jenn. Back to you.
My goodness, that's funny.
Sorry,
I'm gonna try and
totally
see if I
there.
can do
are you
low
losing
data
me?
mode or something here. Let me see. Yeah, big time.
So sorry.
No, that's all right.
This will be an interesting.
It's the
episode.
weather.
Hopefully, we don't get cut off for work this time.
I know. I think we got 5 minutes in last time, and then had to cut it short. It's all good.
Oh,
there we go. This should be better.
You enabled low data mode. Okay.
I'll see if that makes it better. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah, whenever I came into the office yesterday, whenever we were recording your podcast, it was fine outside, no snow, no nothing. An hour later, just layer of snow on the ground, and then it stormed and froze rain all night.
Yeah, this weather is just insanity. Anyway, sorry, we have been totally digressing. You can ask me the questions you want to ask.
That's all right.
My bad.
Yeah. Okay, so this is part 2. We did part 1, as I said. Go back and listen to that one. Part 2, I guess we'll just dive right into it. we were talking about, I think we had left off talking about how you coach hockey, and then there was some confusion about the sleeping arrangements, which is so funny. So one thing I have noticed is that I find I don't even know, like, the proper term, the LGBT community is highly politicized, which, yes. Highly politicized, which is like kind of crappy, because I mean, anything that gets politicized it just turns into like so much more of a debacle than it has to be. So what are your thoughts on how politicized?
I'm gonna get in trouble for this.
No.
I am, because like I said, I'm the worst gay person ever. Because I don't I know it is LGBTQ plus the alphabet, whatever. I don't even know. I'm the worst gay person ever, because I don't know the extra alphabet, what it is. I just know that I wouldn't even say unfortunately. I am a woman that likes women, and that it's not even that I'm a woman that likes a woman. I am a woman that is in love with my partner. And that's kind of what I focus on. It's very hard for me with this LGBTQ alphabet nonsense, which is what I think it is too, because like you're talking about like furries and like people that are identifying as animals, and something that really bothered me is in the States they were trying to attracted to minors, which that's not okay. If you're lumping that in my sexuality flag, then I have no desire to be a part of that, which is very hard. Because again, like I came out at a very young age when I was 16, which I think we talked about last episode.
We did.
I came out at a very young age when I was 16. And again, back then it was just LGBT. That was it. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender. That was it. But now it's this whole alphabet of nonsense, and these people or these groups think they can just add on to this. And again, I know I'm gonna catch such flack for this. Maybe not from your listeners, but if anybody's listening to it, that is maybe not from the conservatives, because again, like I vote conservative. I'm the worst gay person ever. Absolutely the worst gay person ever, because I vote conservative. I'm a conservative. I just married to a woman. That's it. That's all. I
feel like it should just be as simple as that.
I can't stand the rest of the bullshit that is entailed with everything else. And it's really bad to me. The fact that you can put political stance with a sexuality stance, like, no, my sexuality has nothing to do with my political stance. I love a woman. I'm married to a woman or whatever, dating a woman or common law or whatever. That has nothing to do with my political stance. Politicalness and sexuality should be two different things. But it's really, truly unfortunate that
no, and I totally agree. I mean, it should be so simple, and I feel like maybe it's just the media and political parties that are trying to be super divisive, that are using these like people and making it into something it's not. Yeah, that's it.
Yes. Yeah, media is a huge thing nowadays, especially. It's so unfortunate because again, like I will always say I'm the worst gay person ever, because I like my girl. I like my girl, but everything else, like political views and stuff like that, like I'm not in. I hate liberals. I'm gonna be honest with you right now. Again, may piss people off. Don't care. I will not vote liberal government. Can't stand them. So, and everybody's like, well, you're gay. I'm like, my sexuality and my choice of partner has nothing to do with my political stance. I'll tell you that right now. So
That's it. And as much as the media tries to portray that conservatives are, anti-gay, anti-lesbian, that's really not the case.
no,
I think that
you
conservatives
vote
just don't
conservative
like
and
how
you're
it's
totally fine with me.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I feel like it's just the media misleading people, and everything's got to be so divisive and black and white now. It just, like you said, it should just be as simple as like, I love my partner.
I also think it
That's
has
all
to
it
do
is.
with, I'm not going to lie, it also has to do with shoving it down your face. I won't lie. If somebody knocks on my door and is shoving shit, whether conservative, religious, whatever, down my throat, I don't want to hear it. Don't shove shit down my throat. I don't care whether it's Muslim, the Jehovah Witness, conservative, liberal, whatever. Don't shove shit down my throat.
Totally understand. Like,
just let me make my own decision from my choice. Like, that is a huge thing too, I find. Again, I don't want people, Jehovah Witness, knocking on my door at 8 a.m. saying, oh, like, come to God. Oh, well, I'm gay. Well, we can save you. I have tattoos. Well, you can get rid of those. Okay, go away. Like,
yeah, I
that's
know.
literally what I like. Those are certain things I say that to them. I'm like, well, I have a partner. Like, I'm married to a woman. Well, we can save you. Okay, well, I'm covered in tattoos.
Save me from
another
what?
thing.
Like...
And that's another thing that Jehovah Witness, and again, like, people are so anti spewing shit down your throat in the sexuality community, but they don't actually realize how much religion is also tried to spew down your throat. And I'm not saying, and again, I'm not saying that it's right that sexuality is pushed down people's throats. I'm saying it's all wrong. Don't spew sexuality down my throat. Don't spew your religion down my throat. Like, none of that. Let me make my own decision. Like,
exactly. Respect my choices. If you don't agree with it, like, it's not impacting you whatsoever. If people are trying to shove things down my throat, I just shut down. Like, religion, anything, I'm just like, nope.
All these people, and I mean, I get it. Sexuality at a young age, throwing it in schools and stuff like that, whatever. I personally wish I had some form of knowledge at a young age, so I didn't think I was fucking crazy.
Fair.
When I was dealing with coming out and stuff like that. Now, there's a certain set of knowledge, like, not like saying you are this, but this is something that happens. But again, like, though, not shoving it down your throat, just educating. There's a difference between shoving it down the throat and educating.
Exactly,
I think everybody should be educated. And again, even religion. I studied religion in university. I studied anthropology. I know all about different religions. There is a difference between educating and shoving it down somebody's throat. Education is amazing, and I'm all for education. I'm all for educating somebody. I'm all for educating and teaching people, like, okay, sexuality, this. Okay, religion, this. Teach them, educate them. But shoving it down somebody's throat, to me, is not okay.
For sure, yeah.
And, like,
there's nothing wrong with being aware.
When I have Jehovah Witness knocking on my door at 9 a.m. on a Saturday,
oh God,
that's not okay.
Nah.
But, and this is gonna obviously probably piss some people off, educating somebody at school when they're 8, 9, 10 years old, like, hey, this may happen to you. You may feel sexual urges to a female or male of the same sex, and that's okay. That, to me, is fine. That's educating. That's not saying you're going to do it. That's not saying it's going to happen. It's saying this is an option.
Yeah.
I didn't get that option. When I grew up, it was, you're either going to date a male or female, and that's it. So me, hella confused, I was like, what the hell? And again, I came in at 16, and still, that wasn't a huge, like, oh my God. Like, it was still a big deal when I came out at 16. So it's kind of hard, and I feel so bad for kids nowadays, because, and again, this is, I'm going to get in so much shit for this podcast, Jen.
No way.
I'm going to get in so much shit for this. So again, like, all these kids that think they're transgender or stuff like that because they like the same sex and what have you, because they don't know any better, because everybody's like saying, screw that shit. When I came out, I actually asked my doctor, I was like, I think I might be transgender.
Okay.
What's going on? And I had to go. I got sent. I was 19. I was 19, first of all. 19 years old. And before she even thought about putting me on testosterone and hormones and anything like that, I had to go through 3 therapy sessions.
Okay.
I made it through 5 minutes of the first one before I was like, nope, I'm just a woman that likes women. I don't want to be a man or anything like that. But they don't do that anymore. These kids are like 6, 7 years old and they start throwing them on tea and stuff like that. They don't actually put in, and again, I'm not saying that it's wrong. Transgender's not wrong or anything like that. But I think that you should go through those sessions. Because what would have happened if she had just started giving me tea and then it turns out that I was not actually supposed to be a man?
Exactly. No,
again,
I completely agree.
That first session, within 5 minutes, I was like, nope, I don't want to do this. I am just a woman that likes women. I'm just a lesbian.
Yeah.
But those...
I feel like at an early age, like, it's normal to be curious, but you're also like at an age where you can't just make a decision on like a whim like that. You can't just be like, I think I might be
and a big decision,
transgender. So...
And that's the problem. It's a big decision. You're on hormones. You're on testosterone. You're on, if you're going male to female, you're on estrogen. That's a huge decision. And it's also a psychological decision that screws you up. And I'm not saying it screws you up in a bad way. It's just, you've lived your entire life as one gender. And then all of a sudden, you're just like living as an entirely different gender. I'm going to tell you, I've dealt with mental health issues. I've done all that. Dealing with mental health along with, I'm not the right gender, that's not an easy thing. It's, and I feel so bad for the humans that actually, because there is truly, and I truly believe this, transgender is a gender. I'm not disputing that. You are either a transgender male or a transgender female. Not disputing that, and I know there are humans out there that do feel that and that they do that, and I'm all for supportive. But the problem for me is all these children that are just doing it sometimes for attention that don't actually realize the repercussions of it.
It almost feels like it's a trend now, and you see so many celebrities.
Exactly like for something that was like when I was coming out, like unheard of. Now all of a sudden it's just like, well, it's trendy. Like, and then even like I'm gonna wear a tail to school and stuff like that. I'm like, what the fuck you are? If you want to be an animal, guess what? I'm gonna put your litter box outside of the house, and that's where you can piss.
Yeah, exactly. Animals don't go to school.
Well, and that is exactly it. Like, I can understand, and I do totally understand the transgender thing. Not feeling like, but a lot of the people that are true transgender and not attention seeking do not identify as like non-binary and stuff like that. They're like, nope, I'm a male. Nope, I'm a female. Like, or transgender male or transgender female. That's what they identify as. Like, they're not like they're the cis or, oh god, I'm so bad at this. Non-binary,
I don't know.
like them, they, zims, or like stuff like that. Like a lot of the true, like even like Caitlyn Jenner is one of the foremost right now persons that is like huge in the transgender. Like, she's a female. She's like I'm a female. She's like, she's fully aware that she was a male, but she's a transgender male to female, doesn't identify as a male, doesn't do the Zimzer non-binary nonsense. She's just like, I'm a straight up female. And she fights for said rights, also stating that, like, no, you're either a male or female. There's no non-binary.
Yeah.
There's no Zimzer, I'm an animal nonsense. She just says, like, I was a male and now I'm identified as a female. So, and that's kind of like, I respect transgender in that sense. The ones that
100%.
the ones that are straight up like, because I get it. I get transgender. I question myself, so I can't say I don't get it. But it's when you are like doing the, I'm going to identify as an animal, or I'm going to identify as a non-binary shit, that I'm like,
It almost
what?
seems like a cry for help. Like they need something else. Like they need some sort of help, but they're just like,
Yes.
This is what's getting attention right now, so this is what I'm going to do.
And it's unfortunate. Like, again, dealing with, and I'm gonna speak cleanly here, like dealing with the mental health and all the bullshit I've dealt with. I've been diagnosed with BPD, PTSD, and ADHD. I'm a cocktail of mental illness. But my sexuality has never been at the forefront of any of said mental illnesses. But some of these, I really don't want to say it, but like, to me, if you want to be an animal, that's not a sexuality.
Yeah.
That is a mental health. I'm going to catch so much flack for this, Jen.
I don't think so.
I mean, I'm sure our audience will like it, but like, and I think it'll be interesting in the fact that like they see like a gay woman or lesbian, whatever. I don't even care what you all identify me as. First of all, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't identify as anything, but I love a woman. I'm marrying a woman. Jen's going to come to the wedding. It's going to be totally
I can't
fine.
wait.
Right? And you've met my wife, so, or my future wife. So
yes, of course.
I am the worst person to talk about this stuff because I so disagree with a lot of the things that transpire. Like, again, these, like, this animal thing, I can't wrap my head around it.
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing. I feel like the masses feel the same way as what you're saying. I think that we just feel like we're going to get flack for it because of how much the media pushes it and demonizes people, saying like, listen, like the whole, identifying as an animal or whatever it may be is not okay. Like that person is not okay.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's so hard. Like, I get mental illness. Like, to me, like, if you're identifying as an animal, that's either an intention or you have some issues. And
exactly. And you need help. Like, it shouldn't be, pandered to because you're not addressing the problem.
Yeah, like, and like you see again on TikTok. I know TikTok is like super
wild,
and you just see these people on TikTok saying like their kids are identifying as animals and they're proud of them and stuff like that. I'm like, I'll tell you what, if any of my kids ever identified as an animal, I'll tell you, like, they're going outside. They're gonna learn what an animal really feels like.
Yeah,
like
it's not the way to get attention.
And like as bad as it sounds, like, the fact that they're allowing this in schools and stuff like that, like, there's a difference between, and then, so again, teaching sexuality, like, teaching somebody, like, it's okay to like a woman, it's okay to like a man, it's okay to feel like you want to be a man or you want to be a woman, explore that, go to therapy. Like, I will never knock. And I like, you can be gay, you can be a gay man, gay woman. You can, and I think transgender is a thing. Like, if you go to therapy and truly believe that you are a female stuck in a male's body, but therapy. Yeah. That's you can't be 7 years old and decide you want to be a man or you want to be a woman. Like,
Yeah, that's
I
it.
was not allowed to go to therapy until I was 19 years of age because I knew I was
Wow.
different from a young age. I knew I was different. I was questioning. I was interested in women. I didn't like, and because they didn't teach that in school, like gay wasn't a thing. I was like, well, am I supposed to be a man? So here's the thing. When you're trying to, and you're young, and again, I am 34 years old, so this is what, 20 years ago? Like early 1990s?
Yeah.
Probably. They didn't teach that shit in school. It was male, female, that's it. So here I am, confused, like, because having crushes on women or whatever. I think, oh, am I supposed to be a boy? Like, and then
Yeah, that's true, eh?
And then, well, because I didn't know.
Because how else are you supposed to know?
They don't teach you that stuff. So here again, here's where I think certain things should be taught in school, not pushed on, but just taught.
Yeah. Taught for sure, not pushed on. I totally agree with that.
Not pushed on, just like, okay, so it's this. Cool. But again, so that was when I was like 9, 10, whatever, however old I was. But I didn't really understand it until I was like 19, 20, when I finally spoke to my doctor and was like, am I supposed to be a man? Like, what is happening here? You could go through your entire life thinking one thing, and they don't teach it. Like, I had no idea. I had no even thing to question it until I was in high school, until I was 19 years of age, and I was like, was I supposed to be a man? Like, am I going to be a Nick, not a Nicole? And then again, I went to therapy. Like, back then, 10 plus years ago, before you started testosterone, you had to go to therapy. They don't do that anymore. They'll start you on testosterone. Well, no, it's not fair. Though, like, when back then, yes, it was fair. But the problem is they're just, yeah. So the problem is they're starting that shit super early. And I'm like, that's not right. You shouldn't be doing that, because a lot of people don't actually, like, again, I walked into that session and 5 minutes in, I was like, nope, just a woman that likes women. Can I leave now? Like,
yeah.
Do I have to go through other sessions? Like, I don't want to do it anymore. But the thing is now is, like, a lot of girls or women, men, whatever, girls, like, they'll go and just, like, they'll be 6, 7, 8, 9, like, even Angelina Jolie's kid, like, started dressing, like, and then apparently she ended up regretting it and is now back to. And I'm like, these are things, like, back then when I was not sure, you had to go through so much shit. But now they don't do it. Now you're just like, okay, here you go. Here's your drugs. And I'm like, wait, what?
It is what it is. Like, yeah. And I feel like we're going to see so much detransitioning.
Oh,
like, more and more.
100%. And it's so sad. And I hate seeing that. Because, again, it's just like, you guys were not supported properly. And again, that also has to do with our government too. Our government should, I'm not saying be against, and again, I will never say anything about the transgender community. If you want to do the transition, fine on you. Do your research, do your psychological evaluation. Like, it is a thing. There are some people that are born female that should be male and vice versa. However, there should be some doctor and psychological and everything to make sure that's a thing. And I think something like, and I think, and I'm not gonna lie, something like that should be covered. You want to do top surgery? You've been through like the 3, 4, 5, 6 hours of therapy, and you start T, get top surgery covered. That is 100%. I don't disagree that. I don't disagree that transgender is not a thing. And
no, I agree with you.
I don't disagree with that because I wondered myself, so I can't disagree with that. I disagree with starting it so fucking early and not actually doing the research behind it. That's what I disagree with. Don't
For
let
sure.
them start it at fucking 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. Like,
and you see a lot of parents on TikTok or celebrities where, you know, both of their kids are like 7 or 8 and they say they're transgender. I feel like that's just another form of Munchausen syndrome where the parents are even pushing
Right?
that for attention.
well, because it's like, oh, I didn't want a boy, but I'm going to push a girl. Like, I want a girl and stuff like that. And it's just like, oh my God, stop your nonsense.
Stop using your child like that.
Yeah, and oh my God, I'm gonna get in so much trouble for this episode, Jen. Jesus.
I don't think so. I don't know. I feel like the masses would totally agree.
But if, like, I was excommunicated from the Hamilton gay community because of my beliefs, so.
Were you?
I was, yeah. They didn't like me because, A, I didn't like cats. Sorry.
That's okay.
And
I won't hold it against you.
as bad as it sounds, like, because, again, I am in the Hamilton area, I'm one of the only gay women that votes conservative because I care more about my gun rights.
Okay.
As bad as that sounds.
No.
Because, like, again, so here's the thing. I know, regardless, the human rights, it's not going to change. It's Supreme Court.
Yes.
I'm never not going to be able to get married.
Conservatives are not taking that away. Like,
I mean, yes, they mentioned saying that thing, but it's never it's never going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Never gonna
People
happen.
would be in an outrage.
Oh, it's never going to happen. So yes, I was excommunicated because of part of my political beliefs, because I am probably one of the only lesbians in that section that was just like, yeah, no, I'm conservative and I vote conservative.
That's wild.
And again, you can hate me. You can hate me, but you ain't me. But yeah, no.
That's it. And I mean, like, I
so
feel
bad.
like people should just be more accepting. Like, who cares which way you vote?
Well, it comes back to like, my sexuality is not my political views. And like, my sexuality, again, like, you and I were chatting about all this, like, I'm dating women, like, usually, like, when I meet people and whatever, it's like, I just say my partner, like, I don't, like, stomp through and kick through the door and be like, I'm gay, like,
make it your personality.
No, I'm just like, I usually say my partner, and if they ask the name, I say Caitlin, like, my partner Caitlin or whatever. Like, I don't make a huge deal out of it, because to me, it is what it is. Like, if you don't like it, you don't like it. See you later. Our entire community, because we all know hunting, fishing community. We really do. Like, we're both involved in it. Not a single person has been upset about my sexuality. Not a single person who I've met, dealt with, like, my sponsors for my podcast know all about me. Like, I have never, because I've also been, like, very conservative about it. Like, my wife's a wife. Like, it's not a husband, it's a wife. Call it a day. Like, next question. Like, what's going on with the guns? Like, I'm not super, like, oh my God, LGBTQ alphabet rights and stuff like that. Like, as bad as it sounds, like, they're never going to take away my marriage rights. They can't. The Supreme Court. And at the end of the day, I also, as bad as it sounds, I don't need the rights to know that Caitlin's my partner for life. She's got my ring on her finger.
I love it.
I don't need to. She's got my ring on her finger. That's all. I don't need. Yeah. I don't need a piece of paper to tell anybody. Or, like, who cares? Who cares? Our close friends, you, my family, all our friends know that her and I are together. You know that we're a family, and you are extended family, and who cares?
Yeah.
Realistically, what the hell does it matter? What the hell does a piece of paper matter? No, a piece of paper costs you fucking money. I don't need no piece of paper. I live with a girl. We have kids together. Like, I pay for the kids' sports and stuff like that. It don't matter. Like, she's my partner in every way, shape, or form. She's my soulmate. She's my other half. I don't need a piece of paper legalizing it. I've done that. And I actually just got the document saying I'm divorced from that. That cost me more than being happy with the
Yeah.
current partner that I'm with.
A separation
So-
can be nasty in so many ways.
So I don't need all the fancy anything. Which we set a date next year, so you're gonna have to come next year.
Oh, did you guys? That's amazing.
Yeah, we're setting a date. It's gonna be bass opener, so we're all gonna go fishing in the morning and then get married in the
Sweet.
afternoon. Yeah,
I am 1,000,000% making the drive. That's awesome.
we're gonna go all bass fishing in the morning at our honey holes
Oh
up
my
in the
God,
area,
that's
and then we're gonna
perfect.
do a ceremony. So 2026, and yeah, we're gonna do bass fishing in the morning because we're gonna do bass opener, and then ceremony in the afternoon, and Buddy's gonna come out and cater it for us. It's gonna be like beef on a bun, the most basic shit.
Oh, amazing. Oh, my husband and I got married in his parents' backyard with 12 people that sat on hay bales. Like, we didn't need anything wild. I am 1,000,000%. Like, I'll bust down the door. Yes, for sure. Absolutely. The child will be old enough by then to hang out with my husband, no problem, and it'll be good. The Snackle Box girls. This is going to be a blast. That's going to be a wedding to remember. No, speaking of bass opener, you know what? Honestly, like, you've kind of covered all the questions that I had that were surrounding that topic. Like, that was amazing. Like, it's really nice to hear. I'm sure it's going to be really refreshing for a lot of people, to be honest. I don't think so. I feel like the masses agree with you. The extremists or the less accepting people, they can suck it if they don't like it.
Hey there, humans. Welcome back for part 2 of We Lost Power Because We All Live in Country nonsense. Jesus.
With
Sorry,
some
go ahead.
wild storms.
I'm an idiot.
Part 2 of part 2.
I'm an idiot, so.
No, I love it.
Part 2 of
This
part
is going
2.
to make the best
I
episode.
love that. Oh.
That's
People are just
exactly
gonna be
what
like,
it is.
what the hell? What the hell?
What is going on with these
Anyway,
girls?
sorry.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
No, you were talking about bass opener, and I was just saying Cancast. You guys were just at Cancast this weekend.
We were.
How was that? Speaking of bad weather.
So it was funny. We actually didn't hit the bad weather until halfway up the 115 to Peterborough. Otherwise, it was awesome weather. We got to Cancast. It was awesome. There is fisherman and breeder, totally different people. The power went out about an hour in. I think it was like 11:30, 12 when the power went out. And everybody just threw on their phone flashlights, and we're like, we're still shopping. Who the hell cares?
That's amazing.
Like, I don't give a shit. And I mean, like, there was a lot of people, like, vendors there. We got some good shit. And I actually touched base with a lot of a couple young ladies that will end up coming on my podcast.
Oh, good.
So I'm looking forward to that. But otherwise, and there were some good deals. Like Caitlin found some rubber boots, and Caitlin always finds the deals. Like she's that kind of girl. But
she's a deal hunter.
No, like, oh, she's a deal hunter. So, and I'm just like, I don't care whatever it costs. Like, it's fine. And she's like, no. So it was really good. And like, again, it was just one of those, like, we had nothing going on that Sunday. Let's just us 4 girls go on a road trip, a 3-hour road trip. But no, Cancast was actually, there's so much cool shit. So many vendors, so many cool lure companies and everything like that. So it was really cool to go out there. Apparently, when it's like not that weather, and I thought it was busy with the weather it was. I thought it was crazy busy. With the women, like, and
Yeah,
apparently,
it.
apparently it's even busier when the weather's good. And I'm like, so what do you mean? Like, how many people are there? Like, that's insanity. But again, like I said, it was pretty busy for my standards. There was the women's panel, which was really cool. It was nice to see some women talking, and I've reached out to a couple of them because I want to have them on my personal podcast. Canadian Women in the Outdoors. Just throw that, chuck that in there. Canadian Women in the Outdoors.
I'll link it below for anyone that needs to that hasn't seen it.
So that was kind of neat. Because they, like I said, they had a whole women's panel. But yeah, no, it was really cool. Like Caitlin and Chrissy, they explored, because again, I'm kind of like a 50-50 hunter and angler. Whereas Chrissy and Caitlin are like, fishing's their thing. They love fishing. That's all, like, it was like that, like Cancast was a hard on for the two of them. So they like, and I don't get me wrong, I love fishing, but I'm like 50-50. Like, the Sportsman Show was awesome for me. But Chrissy and Caitlin, like, it was so nice for them, because they are both more of anglers. So, like, this kind of show was awesome for them. And they picked up a bunch. We came home with some bags. That's all I'm going to say. We came home with some bags. Between baits and some deals.
Oh, no,
and
that's awesome. For
rain
sure.
boots, even. Like, Caitlin got a pair of rain boots. So it was, Cancast was a fantastic adventure. Even, like, again, I didn't spend much, but, like, it was good for Caitlin and Chrissy, who are hardcore anglers. Like, good for them. Like, I'm 50-50.
And the networking too is huge for you,
well,
for sure.
And that's more so what I went for. I went for more of the networking, which we ended up getting we're getting a bunch of future episodes with some amazing humans from Cancast, but the networking is more so where I went, but the girls spent money. And I was like, okay, you have fun. And I'm like, Caitlin, you have fun. Whatever. Here's a credit card. Go. Be fun.
Go wild.
Do your thing. Oh, I'm like, do your thing.
Amazing.
Like, and because she is 100% more of an angler, where, like I said, I'm 50-50. I fish and I hunt. I'm like kind of, I do it both, but yeah, she is 100% more like turkey opener and trout opener are the same weekend, and she's more concerned about the trout opener than she's about turkey.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, well, this is more so for you. And I even told her, it was funny, she didn't believe me. I'm like, no, you want to go to Cancast. And then we go, and she's like, yeah. She's like, yeah, Nicole, you were right. That was totally up my alley. I was like, I know it is. Because it's not like the Sportsman Show or anything like that, where it's like a mix. I was like, this is specifically for fishing. And it actually is one of those shows where they don't have a bunch of random shit that has nothing to do with fishing. It is legitimately fishing. Like, yeah,
100%.
Like,
I was looking at all the vendors, and that's what it is.
Shout out to Kyle for tag him on tag Kyle and Cancast on this, because like shout out 100%. To him for putting an amazing show on. Because again, like you sometimes do like smaller shows, and again, like Cancast is not a smaller show, but it is like in Peterborough, and it's in a smaller arena, and you think like a lot of those, like I've been to shows in like Barrie and stuff like that, and like half the vendors are something that has nothing to do with fishing or the outdoors. But shout out to Kyle for making Cancast like all about fishing. And like I think I saw one vendor that had nothing to do with fishing. Like that was it. Out of like two buildings.
Yeah, like he busts his butt to put that
Kyle,
together. It's like, crazy.
Kyle, if you're listening to this, you do a fantastic job. This is my first time at Cancast, and I will be back. And I'm hopefully maybe putting a booth in next year. Like you did a fantastic job. Well, live podcast. Jen, you're coming down.
Yeah, I know. I was supposed to go
you on the spot.
Last year, the year before. I just have not made it up yet. I've got to go. Kyle's part of the board for the organization that I work for, and he busts his butt for the board. Yeah, I really want to go down and support.
Human. I actually haven't, I haven't met him face to face, but like he's a fantastic human. Yeah. So
no, 100%.
I definitely have to have conversations with him in the future. But if you're listening, bud, fantastic show. So anyway.
This is great. Yeah, we'll have to have you on again before the power cuts us out again. To close this off, where can people find you? I'm going to put all of your links in the podcast description.
My personal Instagram is the Huntress Chef. That's my personal Instagram where I really put everything because I tag everything. The business, my podcast Instagram is at Canadian Woman of the Outdoors. So you can find us on there. But again, like I said, the Huntress Chef, I tag everything on there, and I also tag some extra stuff, like you and I have spoken about, like the food aspect is a huge thing for both of us. So
that's how we connected.
It's funny, that is how we connected. It was like, oh yeah, food, done. So, but yeah, so the Hunter Chef or at Canadian Woman of the Outdoors, that's the podcast. So give us a like, follow, subscribe. That's where you'll find us there.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. And I really appreciate you doing this, even though you guys are dealing with a crazy storm right now and the internet is clearly not on our side today. But yeah, we'll definitely have you on, and I'll go up for Bass opener and we're going to have a blast.